now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Seattle. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First play, Watson to the air. And incomplete to open things up. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Room here to run. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, What do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Watson on first down. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things, getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, it lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. Always got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain. They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That's into the hands of Pascal. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Watson, off play action. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The slot man in motion right.
No time now.
On 1st down, Drake. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back near the goal line, Cousins. He gets this to Devontae Adams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Yeah, he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The Seahawks at 11-2 now. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Cousins throw taken in by Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A first down carry for Henry. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Cousins now. And that is incomplete. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary. Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. All right, go.
He'll look to throw. Finding Ertz here on the out route. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him. Fielded just outside the goal line. Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And this throw will be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well. Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline. Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain, and he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on second down, Cousins. This will go to Henry out wide. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On third down, Cousins. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. On the move past the 40. Look at the big man rumble. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and 10 at the 2-yard line.
Cousins a handoff. This is Pirine. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Derrick Henry with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Henry running right. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Henry up the middle. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Watson throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Watson now to throw. And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big depth. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll run for it with Henry, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
It's a game of play. 1st down, San Francisco.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He completes it to Olave. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine.